It's the Fulhamish Quick Take. George Cooper here. I'm joined by Elizabeth Barnard. Following Fulham's 3-2 away defeat at the London Stadium to West Ham United. I wasn't actually going to come this evening until Liz in the office was like, "Oh, come West Ham away is great. You have a great time Tuesday night. Have a few beers beforehand. It'll be great fun." And sadly we were bitterly disappointed. But I'm glad to be here with you this evening, Liz. How are you feeling after that disappointing result?
Yeah, bad result. Pub's great.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I did convince the whole office to come to West Ham away. Everyone was kind of on the fence, and I was like, guys, look, I'm going. What more could you want? Yeah, it's okay. It's a disappointing result, but it's such a bad game.
Yeah, I mean, going into this game, it was a really hard one to call, I thought, because Fulham have generally, I'd say, been good value away from home. West Ham completely ravaged by injuries. They didn't have a striker starting on the pitch today. However, Graham Potter's just come in at West Ham. Are they going to have a bit of a new manager bounce? I think new manager bounce might be a bit strong, but more of a new manager thud. But they did enough to get the 3 points. But I mean, it was a game. I don't think West Ham fans would argue with this. It was low quality across the board. Fulham, make this perfectly clear, were terrible. Didn't deserve anything, if much, from this game. West Ham, I don't think were much better, but I think it was just a case of they made fewer mistakes than us.
Yeah, and you do have to give them credit for that, I guess. And I do imagine that the audience for this quick take is 90% West Ham fans. So, hi guys. Yeah, I don't know. I think coming out, I was like, oh, we're just the architects of our own downfall. West Ham weren't amazing, but equally they were all right enough to see it out, and that is what counts, to be honest.
Yeah, they soaked up a lot of pressure, especially towards the dying stage. I mean, they had all 10 men behind the ball, but they just did enough, and they managed the game very well, frustrated us, all the dark arts that we're so used to seeing, and they just did enough to grind it out. But I mean, as you said, Liz, we were just architects of our own downfall. Let's go through the goals if you can stomach it. But start with the first goal. Again, totally from us. Leno with a fairly heavy sort of pass to Andreas Pereira within our own box, who then puts it straight across the face of goal, straight into West Ham's man, and who absolutely made no mistake to put it straight in. But again, it's just such an easy goal to avoid, and especially so early on in the game, it was just, really, you can't make any excuses for that, can you?
Yeah, off camera you were saying you kind of think Leno takes a bit of the blame, Pereira takes a bit of the blame. I'm yet to watch it back. Don't know if I can really raise myself to that, but I think Andreas needs to be doing better there. I'm a big Andreas defender, but how are you not clearing that better? Yeah,
it was just so clearly straight into the path of the West Ham man, and just blasted it home. And then not long after that, again, I need to watch the game, the highlights again, but it felt like the second goal was a bit of sloppy, sort of, we gave the ball away from our back line, misplaced pass. The West Ham pounced onto Mohamed Kudus, sort of got the ball, ran across the face of our goal, ball back post, Soucek, header. All of a sudden we're 2-0 down after 20 minutes, thinking, how the hell has this happened?
Yeah, we were so much better for the first maybe 15-20.
Yeah.
Before so there was the offside goal, was correctly offside but tight, and then the other two, and I just thought so classic. We're creating chances, kind of half chances. We're creating the chance before the chance. We're creating opportunities to create a chance. We're not getting anything really. We're not putting anything away, obviously, and then we're conceding 2 cheap goals from errors. A friend of mine who was watching from home at TNT sent me a stat at half time that they'd had 2 shots on target, which were their goals, and we'd had 7 and we had nothing. So that's so classic.
Yeah, sort of says it all, really. And it was just such a, across the board, just a very poor performance. And our man Alex Iwobi, who got 2 goals, even he, for his very high standards, I thought wasn't really, he was probably our best player on the pitch, but wasn't really at the races. Let's come on to his goal. Very weird goal. It sort of seemed like a shot come cross, but then I believe Raul Jimenez just seems to get in front of Fabianski, who then misses it and it goes in. But I mean, from where I was sat, it looked like it just sort of gone through the keeper, and that he needs to be doing better. But it was just a very strange goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, both, like, credit to Alex Iwobi obviously for that goal, and we'll come on to goal 2. But equally, like, it's just, I don't know what Fabianski's doing there. I don't know what the West Ham backline are doing there. I just, you know, I was pleased to be back in it, and when we got back into it, I thought, this is it. Like, we push on and we win this game 3-2. Obviously, how wrong was I?
Yeah.
Very, but you know.
Yeah, you think you'd be pushing on, this is it, 3-2, and then Bernd Leno decides to pass it directly into the path of Alex Paquetá, not Alex Paquetá, is it Lucas Paquetá, who gobbles it up, puts it in. He's just thinking, oh, that was the moment that we were going to get back into it, and then once again, Fulham have shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, absolutely classic.
Is there much more to say? It was just it's been a bad day in the office for Bernd Leno. We love him. He's one of the best, I think the best keeper that we've had since March Forza, maybe even Edwin van der Sar. Got plenty of credit in the bank. I don't want to, you know, come down like a ton of bricks on Bernd Leno, but it was just, it's not really excuses for that, is it? It's just really, really bad bit of defending.
Yeah, I agree with you. Totally.
Nothing more to say, really. And then Alex Iwobi seems to get an exact carbon copy of the goal that he got earlier. Again, a weird loopy kind of like shot, come cross. Didn't really look too testing. This time Harry Wilson gets in front of. Oh, cat's just ran past.
I was hoping it'd come say hi. Make Harry
That's what trying to thought there. Again, this time it was Harry Kane who just got in the way.
Harry Kane.
Not Harry Kane, got that cat.
Wilson.
Harry Wilson got in the way. Fabianski just lets it squirm past him. Again.
That's a great nickname. That's a great nickname.
You've not heard that one before?
Yeah.
That's an old classic from the Arsenal days.
No, maybe I'm just late to the party. I was off Twitter at that point, but congrats, George. Wow.
Yeah, I can't claim that one, I'm afraid. But again, then with 3-2, you were back in it. It was also at that point, I thought it was so funny because like a mutual who looks at the scores and think, oh, there's a thriller at the London Stadium. 3-2, what a game! Like unbelievable. And then it was hard to be like, oh no, this was the lowest quality game of football arguably played in the Premier League this season.
Yeah.
But then you were thinking, come on, this might be it. Let's get an equaliser. If you get a point from this mayhem, then maybe like that's something. And then the chance fell, and there was a big chance that fell. We know what's coming now to Adama Traore. I was screaming for Adama Traore to come on at half time because the pitch at the London Stadium, it feels, I don't know whether it's just because you're so far away from it, it feels so big. And you're thinking, right, we need somebody here to like grab the game by the scruff of the neck. We need someone with explosive pace. And for me, I thought it was Adama Traore. And he came on. Josh King did really well. This is in the 90th minute. He wriggles his way through a few defenders, plays it across the face of goal. The ball comes to Adama, who looks to be like feet away from the goal, and somehow manages to blast it so high into the sky that I'm surprised the ball's not bobbing along the canal here. It was like, I don't understand how we got so much height under it. I mean, it was from where we were sat. Again, we haven't really seen the highlights, but it looked like a really bad miss.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Like, honestly, it was so bad. I think the thing with the miss from Adama, there's a sort of margin of error that's fine. If you put it just over or just wide, I would have been like, fair enough. It was like so many times greater than the size of the goal over. It was like he kicked it right at the bottom of the ball. It's unbelievable how he's managed that.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like, maybe I'll regret saying this. I think I could have got it closer to the goal at that point, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
It was one of those where it's like, it seemed genuinely like it was more difficult to miss the target from there, but
it's not even about missing your target. It's difficult to get into that position. But it's
Yeah.
just the position.
yeah. It's a weird thing about the London Stadium though, because like, as I said, you are so far away from the pitch, and like sound just seems to travel in a different sort of way, and like also you can't really tell because you are so far away, like it's quite hard to see what's going on, and like the ball will like spoon off really high, but then it will be like turn into like a good ball, but you like depth perception is quite hard to gauge.
I think the thing about the London Stadium is that in the away end especially, because there's that huge gap between the lower tier and the upper tier, it feels like you're like kind of low but you're still really far. Like, it is really difficult. I find it very jarring.
Yeah, it's like sort of, you know, when you're watching a stream and the audio falls like 5 seconds like behind the visuals, or vice versa, and you're like, somebody's like, it's just really like jarring. That's kind of what it feels like watching football at the London Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any West Ham fan who's watching this, and hello to all of them, is going to come on and say like, oh, the London Stadium's the best place to watch football. Like you were saying earlier, West Ham fans deserve a better stadium than that.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they're only renting this, I believe, at the moment. But yeah, I think as a club, as historic and the stature that they have, I think they deserve a better place to watch their home games. To be perfectly honest, but anyway, so much more to say about this game. I mean, it's interesting to see what West Ham come under Graham Potter. I think he's a good manager. I think he's quite a, it's an appointment that seems to make sense. I'm not entirely sure how West Ham fans are feeling about it. Obviously, he didn't have the best time at Chelsea, but I guess time will tell. I mean, what did you think of West Ham today? As I said, Fulham definitely didn't deserve anything from the game. I think West Ham did what they needed to do and ground it out and got the 3 points, but I think it's too early to tell whether the Potter phase has come fully into fruition.
100%. I think West Ham will be. I think Graham Potter's good, ish manager. I think they'll be fine. And I think also, like, if you look at the positives from this game, of which there are very few, but what happened while we were watching it, drawn Wigan away in the cup now. So a lot of people have been saying like, Europe's over, let's just focus on the cup. I'm excited to go to Wigan. Yeah. That's the positive to take from the game, I think.
Yeah, that actually speaks volumes to the game. I was watching the match next to my little brother Fred, who's on the camera at the moment, and halfway through I looked at him and he was trying to get a stream up of Mansfield Wigan on his phone while we were at a Premier League game. And I thought, bloody hell, that says a lot about the game that we're witnessing. I think you'd rather get that. But anyway, I think we'll end on that note. Congratulations, West Ham. Commiserations for the fans. We'll be back though, and there is always the FA Cup. See you next time. Come on, you mates. Thanks for watching.